just got back from the market and I don't know where I put my drink. See if I can find my drink. What's left in the car? Yep. Of course I did. All right. So yeah, just got back from the vertical. I know, James. I'm not a fan of them either, but to try and boost the channel, get a few more viewers in. Plus, just realised I made me look fat for a second then. What up, Tiwanaka? Brandon, GK man. So yeah, just got back from the farmers market. So today being the 25th of January is Burns Night. Which is to celebrate Burns, who most of you probably wouldn't know, but he's the guy that wrote Auld Lang Syne and stuff like that. So yeah, in Scotland they celebrate that, or in the United Kingdom, I should say. So one of the guys up at the farmers that runs the farmers market, Steve, he put up a couple of days back, or a week or so ago, about guys turning up to the farmers market in a kilt for Burns Night. They used the photo. My hair is pissing me off at the moment. It keeps curling off the back. So I used the photo of him and myself together, which is a horrible, horrible photo. Because we're too busy pissing ourselves laughing at something stupid my brother was saying when he's taking a photo of us. So he used that one to advertise it. And he's like, people that wear kilts, come on up to the market, hopefully get a photo done at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I rock up this morning, and it turns out there's only 4 of us, and he was actually, the owner was one, and another guy turned up, and he had a spare kilt, so he wore it. Another guy wore it, stuff like that. Ball counts, everyone said I won, because the one I'm wearing. Thank you, Tiwanaka. Really do appreciate everyone's support. So, they all said that I won. We're talking about kilts and why you wear them and stuff like that. Why they're... it looks like I've got a spammer. Spam! No more spam. We don't like spam. So, so I got a photo done up there. They're like, you need to have the serious look on your face. You can't smile. Like, just the way you look, you got to be serious. I'm like, I'd never smile in photos anyway. And then we had to do a silly one. So, of course, I cocked my leg up against Steve who runs it, and had a had a funny photo. But I'll go out to the shop and I'll actually put my phone down and I'll show you the kilt that I've got on. One of my kilts. I own 4. As sad as that kind of is. Can I get a shout out, please? Okay, jacket. There you go. Yep, that's one. Don't want anyone to get into my house. So yeah, I've got 4 kilts. The one I got married in doesn't fit me anymore. It actually fits my son perfectly. Which is funny, but he won't wear it. Because I was like 55 kilo when I got married. I was as skinny could be. I'm like 100 kilo now, so I'm nearly double what I used to be. And stuff like that. The amount of looks you get when you walk around in a kilt. I had a couple of guys come up and they're like, oh, I love your kilt, what tartan's that? And I'm like, it's Irish heritage. Since I'm half Irish. Celebrate the Irish side. Which kind of feels weird as well, wearing an Irish tartan kilt. on a Scottish celebration day. But just to show you, yes, I am wearing. I'll probably wear this for the rest of the day. I can't be bothered changing. I could change my kilt and put one of my other ones on. But yes, Irish Heritage tartan. So since I'm half Irish, thought I'd wear it. This is the hybrid utility kilt. So it's like a modern take on a traditional kilt in a way. So utility kilts is an American thing. They were made, the design made in America, utility kilts, and stuff like that. And then, yeah, other people take it on. And this is a hybrid style. So this is half utility, being that it has pockets. And you don't have to wear a belt and a sporran with it, but I do, because otherwise it just looks like you're wearing a skirt rather than a kilt. This actually makes it look like a kilt. Of course, I'm wearing a hunting sporran. I'm not wearing my semi-dress sporran. Hunting one's good for just out and about during the day. The only sad thing is I can't strum by doing that. The other one, I've got the tassels on the drum and stuff like that. Of course, the Irish pin down the bottom, and I am wearing my kilt hooves and flashes that match. So now comes the hard part. There is a special technique. There's a special technique to sit down in a kilt. Just like that. You have to hold everything down at the front on your sporran. Push forwards, like swing forwards with your hips to bring the kilt up behind you, and then slide backwards into the chair so that the pleats and everything kind of fold up underneath you and then slide back. So you don't go having it all bunched up. And thought you were Scottish. No, I'm half Irish and half English. I'm the very first one born here in Australia. But all my family, we've all played in the pipe band. My brother still plays. I used to play. So I was brought up around kilts. Always loved kilts. Because old people swing like... and the question about the boxes underneath. So depends on the situation and the location and stuff like that, as to whether I do or not. So if I'm somewhere where there's little kids running around and stuff like that, then I do wear something underneath. If it's an extremely windy day and I'm out in a kilt, then of course I wear something underneath. If it's just me at home and it's stinking hot, then no. So yeah, it depends on the situation and the location and stuff like that. You don't want little kids running around and look under your kilt and they've got nothing on under it. That whole, proper, a real person doesn't wear anything under your kilt. Well, again, modesty and stuff like that, depending on your location as to whether you wear something or not. My favourite saying, whenever people ask me, because it's kind of funny, whenever I go to a pub or I'll go out in a kilt, which I might actually do tonight, who knows. A couple of girls will ask, what you got under your kilt. I've had a lady chase me up a corridor trying to lift my kilt up to look underneath it. And stuff like that. You get it all the time. Me as Marilyn Monroe. That'd be funny. I might have to do that. Doubt Monroe. Oh, if I could Photoshop something like that, that'd be freaking hilarious. In a kilt. But most of the time it's actually guys that come up and ask you what you got under your kilt. My favourite saying these days, and just the look on their faces when it takes them a second to realise what you're talking about, is they're like, you got anything under your kilt? I'm like, yeah, I always wear something. That way it doesn't hang down too low and I don't trip over it when I'm walking. and they go, "Oh, wait, what?" and start laughing. That's my saying for everything now. Truck nuts to hang under your kilt. Oh, we've actually thought about that once. My brother and I, big brother, because he still plays my band, said like hanging a pair of nuts down just to swing underneath the kilt to see if people notice it. Like the not Jackass, the Bad Grandpa, the Johnny Knoxville. Oh, those licorice orchids coming back to haunt me. Yeah, where he wears he has the fake nuts and stuff like that. We actually thought about that once. You need to. I'm just reading. So yeah, I mean I love kilts. As I said, I was brought up with them. Some people find it weird. A lot of guys are, what are you wearing a skirt for? I'm like, it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. There's a difference. And as we're discussing today, like at the market, because the photo that got done and a write-up's getting done for the Ballarat Times. So my photo's going to be in there. With 3 other guys in kilts. 2 of them wearing utility kilts. One of them just wearing like a plain black. Looked almost like a utility kilt, but it wasn't quite. It was a little bit weird looking. It didn't look quite right. Like a really cheap wannabe kilt skirt thing. But it's, as we were saying to him, like kilts are no shame to kilt man rocket. Exactly. I reckon I look fucking good in the kilt. And the good thing about kilts is, I mean, you can dress them up or you can dress them down. So, as we were saying to the news reporter today, as I was explaining to it, like we were saying, like the guy who runs the farmers market, Steve, he was wearing a utility kilt. Utility kilt, it's kind of like taking a pair of board shorts in a way, cargo shorts, and then cutting the middle out between 2 legs, stitching it together to create a kilt. It's got pockets and stuff like that, made out of a strong canvas and things like that. So he was wearing one of them. As we said, like utility kilts, they're for knocking around. You can wear them mowing the lawns and stuff like that. They're not, a utility kilt isn't one that you would dress up for a formal event and stuff like that. The one I'm wearing is called a hybrid utility kilt. So it's in between. It's not quite a utility kilt, but it's not something that you can actually really dress up for formal events. That's what I have my other kilts for. So I have a Hunting Stewart 8-yard heavy wool kilt. Really, really old and starting to fall apart. I need to get a new one, replacement, but the new kilt is going to send me back about $800, $900 for a new one. That's a proper wool. Exactly. That is right, Brandon. They do that. That's why I had a couple people ask me what tartan I'm wearing. And I said to them, this is the Irish heritage, since I'm half Irish. I also have 2 Black Watch tartans. So I've got one Black Watch tartan kilt, which is one when I got married that I wore. Happily divorced now. Very happily. And the other one I've got is a Hunting Stewart. But the other Black Watch is a hybrid utility kilt like this. But as I'm saying, you can dress a kilt up. You can dress it right up for formal events. Where you wear like a Prince Charlie jacket and stuff like that. Or you can wear it like I am, which is a half and half. People say it's dressed up. To me, it's not. It's literally just kilt, t-shirt. I've got a belt and the sporran on. And I've got a set of hooves and flashings. I'm not wearing my ski and do because I can't carry a knife out in public. I only use that for formal events and special events. I will actually wear a ski and do. Otherwise, I don't, legal reasons. I actually thought I should just in a way, kind of like try and 3D print one that looks decent, make it look really nice that I can actually wear that's not actually a blade. So I can wear it just for stuff like this. But my other utility kilt, I've got the Black Watch. I literally wear that mowing the lawns, working out in the shop. When it's hot weather, I haven't worn my kilt in just over a year. when I was off work, and a boot didn't look really nice walking around in crutches in the boot and a kilt, and stuff like that. So now that the weather's nice and stuff like that, I might just no. So we're not allowed to carry knives in public here in Australia. G'day, ground fog. Yeah. So in Australia, you can't carry a knife without a legitimate legal reason. So, like I was saying, a ski do, I can't carry one of them. I can for formal events and special occasions because there is a legal, legitimate reason to be carrying one, as it's a part of the culture. It's a part of the national dress kind of thing. So you can kind of get away with it. But you have to have a legal, legitimate reason. So, for example, if you're a carpenter or a builder and you've got a Stanley knife on you, that is fine. You're building something, that's all good. But if you leave there and then go out to the pub for lunch and you walk in with a Stanley knife on you, then it becomes illegal. Because there's no legitimate legal reason for you to be carrying it. And stuff like that. So, yeah, it does make it hard. But when you have formal events and special events where it is a part of the national dress kind of thing, there are some ways you can wear it and get away with it. Like the Highland Spectacular that they had at Cryle Castle. I went out there, I had a proper ski and do in because it was a part of a cultural celebration. And stuff like that. So, yeah. I do love my kilts. I've got 2 ski and do's. One of them is a custom-made, hand-made one that was done by the best knife maker in Australia. More traditional style. You can get really fancy with like antler horns and antlers and stuff like that, but I went with just traditional style, plain black, and silver handle. And then I've got one that's one of those cheap ones that you can purchase off of eBay that people wear. That doesn't really, I don't think it looks that good, but it does for other events. Which I'll go and grab them and show you. I'll bring you in, grab them, and come back out. But the only thing I don't like about these utility kilts, and because they're light weight, and because these ones are box pleated, the swish when you walk isn't quite as good. Doesn't quite look right. A traditional kilt where the pleats will actually swish when you walk. Like my kilt's hanging up in here. So that is my other utility kilt. This one's got the black watch tartan on the insets, and I've got a Celtic Scotch thistle pin on that one, kilt pin. This is the really, really old, starting to fall apart Hunting Stewart. So again, this one has the proper plates. This is an 8-yard kilt, fully wool. So when you walk, you actually get that really nice swish in the pleats at the back, which the box pleats don't. And because these utility kilts light up, and that's the one I got married in. That's trying to get better light so you can kind of see. That's black watch tartan. This is a 5-yard, and this is an acrylic, which is horrible. But that one comes from the UK, and of course for semi-formal, okay, well not semi-formal, but when I want to dress up a little bit, just a wee bit, make it look a little bit kind of traditional-ish, I do have what's called a ghillie shirt. So I wear this with a kilt. This is like a traditional, where they want to kind of go traditional. Ghillie shirt. And then, normally I just wear like a dress shirt. And that's my dress sporran. Semi-dress sporran, I should say, not full dress. But sporrans are bloody expensive. Knife rule, yeah. And these are my other flashes for when I wear black watch. You have to wear flashes that match. Well, not match, you don't have to. You can wear like a solid colour flash as long as they blend in or match in with your tartan. So I'll grab these and then we'll go back out to the shop. I do have another kilt pin here, which I haven't put on any of my kilts yet, which is the stag. Kilt pin isn't bloody hairs curl up. Isn't necessary. It's not like a must-have. You don't have to have it. It just kind of adds a little bit of weight to the front of your kilt, and it looks nice. I like the look of them. The other one I really want to get is the Viking axe that is done by USA Kilts. They do a Viking axe one, which looks freaking awesome. Flashes would be. You don't have to. So you don't have to wear hoodies and flashes when you wear a kilt. You can just wear socks. If it's really hot, you can just walk around in. As long as it kind of fits in, you can wear kind of anything. Anyway, and yes, it does make me look fatter than I actually am. So the skiing do that I got made with a come on out Damascus blade, razor sharp. As I said, this is made by Parker Knives, which is handmade in Australia. Best knife maker in Australia, hands down the best knife maker there is in Australia. More traditional style. And then I have the ones that you can get off eBay that, every Joe Blow and his dog has. Terrible blades on these. It's sharp, but not sharp. And you can get ones with your clan, if you've got a clan and stuff like that, you can get your clan crest and stuff like that. But these are worn just down on the side of your hooves. So they just poke out, just pokes out the top, down on the side of your leg, like that. So yeah, when you wear it at a formal event, it adds that little extra bit of flash and stuff like that. And there are certain rules when you wear kilts as well, which a lot of people don't know about. So a kilt comes up to your belly button. So the top of your kilt sits at your belly button. Your belt doesn't actually hold your kilt up. It just sits around the top for looks. You don't wear a belt if you're wearing a jacket or a jumper that would cover it, because there's no point because you can't see it. So yeah, like that. Your flashes must go just off to the side of your shin on the outside, both of them. I've seen people, they've split it one either side, or they have them at the front, or they have them at the back. No. Even if it's dressed down like this, flashes go to the side of your shin. On your hooves fold down, and they should be 2 fingers below the knee cap where your hooves sit, and your kilt should be just to the top or the middle of the knee. So there's a really old saying, and this is an old saying, which is kind of funny in a way. If you wear a kilt above the knee, like well above the knee, you're a boy. If you wear it to the knee, you're a man. If you wear it below the knee, you're a liar. So, not that many rules. I mean, I'm not wearing ghillie brogues or anything like that. So I'm literally just wearing a pair of hiking boots because it kind of fits in with that semi-dressed down style. Matches in, they work. They don't look as nice. I mean, if it was really dressed up formal event, I wouldn't be wearing this kind of kilt because, I mean, it's got pockets on it. But anyone can wear a kilt. You don't have to be... Try and do this without falling. You don't have to be Scottish to wear a kilt. You don't have to be a part of that clan to wear a tartan. Like Stuart tartan, hunting Stuart. Most pipe bands around wear hunting Stuart. Each one has their own kilts, but a lot of the ones I've known, quite a few use hunting Stuart. It's a very popular tartan. There are certain tartans you're not allowed to own or wear, like the royal tartans. The special one just for King Charles, can't wear. Can't even get it made legally. Sweatpants, shorts that go. Yeah. But they don't look as good. But anyone can wear a kilt. Like, I'm not Scottish, but I'm half Irish, and I've got Irish heritage tartan. There are county tartans for Ireland. So Limerick, where my biological mother comes from, there is a tartan for that area. I'm not a big fan of it. It looks alright, but I wouldn't wear it. But in USA, over in the US, so USA Kilts, they have the US tartan. They actually made one and stuff like that for the US. They've made the Viking or Nordic Heritage, which is one that I really want to get made in Nordic tartan because it looks really bloody cool. I'm not giving you more. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyone can wear a kilt. Health benefits of wearing a kilt if you're a guy. I just realised my hair looks like it's lopsided, but it's not. It's grey hairs. Jeez. They're actually really good for men's health, wearing a kilt, because it stops some things from overheating and is really good for your health. So that's one not many people know. Most Australian states have their own tartans. Yeah, like I know, like Bendigo Pipe Band, I don't like their tartan. It's yellow and it's horrible. Maryborough tartan I liked, the one for the Maryborough Pipe Band that I used to play for. Stuff like that. It's not too bad. There's some tartans that look really nice, and there's other ones I'm like, I wouldn't wear that. It's like the Pride of Scotland. It's not too bad, but too much pink for me. And purple's cool, but yeah. But yeah, that was all the skiing do's. So you can't stainless China. It's made in China. Yeah, can't carry that without a legal, legitimate reason. But I do much prefer the traditional style. Bit bigger, nice plain, can look really nice dressed up, or just dressed down. And of course that Damascus steel is just gorgeous. All hand done. Look up your tartan by your name, which can give you some family history if you're Irish or Scottish. Exactly. The Irish did wear kilts, but it's not traditional to Ireland. They kind of took it across. And if you want to go kind of like a traditional Irish kilt, it's a solid colour, such as saffron. Solid saffron kilt is Irish, if you want to go kind of like the traditionalist kilt. Very nice. Can I have it? No. That's one of a kind, and it's mine. So yeah, like a solid saffron kilt is more like a traditional Irish kilt. I'm not a fan of the saffron colour. I do like the Black Watch tartan. Black Watch tartan's a military tartan. Anyone can wear it. The Irish heritage, if you've got Irish in you, you can wear the Irish heritage tartan. Hunting Stuart, again, is a common tartan that anyone can wear. And there's not that many rules when it comes to wearing a kilt. It's pretty simple when you think about it. But yeah, that's what I love. The reason why I love kilts is because I can dress it up and look really smart, and stuff like that for formal events. Or if I'm just kicking around the shop here, grinding metal out, I can wear it, and yeah, I wear it mowing the lawns. Chicks do love a guy in a kilt as well. The worst movie when it comes to wearing kilts was Braveheart. They weren't kilts. They weren't even great kilts. The name of the kilt thing that's folded that looks like a blanket, one large piece. That is a sash. There's another name for it. I can't think of the name for it, but it's a sash that's like a tablecloth, not a tablecloth. Yeah, it's a big. You normally wear it with a brooch. Sits on a fly plate. That's it, fly plate. Yeah, fly plate. Sits on one shoulder, comes over. That's what it's called, a fly plate. I don't have one. Because I'm not dressing up that formal. I don't have a Prince Charlie jacket or anything like that. If I got like a wedding where I want to look nice, I can kind of get away with this kilt in a way because it looks semi nice. In that regards, can't really dress it up formal. So I'd wear like a traditional kilt, and a nice dress shirt, a tie that matches in with the colours, dress shoes and stuff like that. So, when I got married, I had the black watch tartan kilt. I had a black shirt, a penguin jacket kind of thing. It was like a gothic heavy metal jacket that kind of just like did the top half, and it had the sleeves come down, these big cuffs that come up with like all these big silver buttons on it, and two big tails that come down the back. Purple tie, purple flashes, and semi-dress sporran and stuff like that. It looks really freaking cool. I have to admit, it looked bloody cool. So yeah, and it takes a man to wear a kilt. I mean, look at Sean Connery wearing a kilt. I mean, that is just class. I had a blade under my kilt. There's already a lethal weapon hidden under my kilt. There's a python hidden under my kilt. I had to say that. As I was saying, I think it was on, I can't remember whose live stream it was, chatting about it years and years, like when I was, probably before I was even born. The old man wore his kilt, and a family friend who was Scottish wore his kilt to New Year's in, make sure I say bucket, to New Year's in Maryborough, and they decided to tie, I can't remember if it was a leak or it might have been a leak. They tied a leak up under the kilt because the girl's going, oh, what's under your kilt? So I put your hand up and have a feel. So they put their hand under the kilt, and there's this massive leak hanging down. It's tied up under the kilt, and they go, what? They walk off telling their friends, which is kind of funny. I haven't done that yet, but it's one in the back pocket. along with for a funny one, it was the nuts hanging down, because that's funny. I've thought about the straps. I like the chain. I like the look of it because it adds that metal look that I go for whenever I dress up in a kilt. So I do like the chain. I do flip my chain around underneath the sporran, behind the sporran, I should say. So behind here, I actually flip it around so that the points on the clips sit towards the sporran, so they're not actually rubbing onto the kilt. I do like, as I say, that metal look of the chain coming down. Of course, buckle, I'm looking again, another buckle as well for it. But I do like that metal kind of look, because I mean, I've always worn my necklace, I've got rings or bracelet, so I've always got that. I like that style look. I've even wear, see, it's like t-shirts. Today I was just wearing a plain black shirt, but I've worn shirts with logos on them, stuff like that. I had one which had it was like a grey coloured shirt. It had Rick and Morty, like hippie style pattern on it. I just like leather and steel. Yeah, chains and whips excite me, because I've got whips inside. But I don't want to get hit by a 10-foot kangaroo hide bull whip, because that does hurt. Trust me, I'll hit myself with it. And stuff like that. And I was down in Geelong, and I had a girl come up to me, and she's like, "Dude," she goes, "I love your costume." I'm like, "It's not a costume." She goes, "Oh, your outfit." She goes, "I love it. It looks really good." I'm like, "Thanks." So yeah, you can wear like, something. Think of it like a pair of jeans. You can kind of dress up a little bit, dress it down. If you wouldn't wear it with, a nice pair of jeans, or like a pair of suit pants, then just don't wear it. I suppose, yeah, in a way it can rub. Especially if you wear a sporran that has the tassels on it, because every guy that wears a sporran that has tassels on it strums them. In other words, when they're standing there, they rock and push the groin up against the sporran to make the drum sounds when they're standing there and they get bored. Every guy does it. What the hell was that? That was my text message, message tone. That is, some of you might actually know it. It's from a movie, from an old movie that has Johnny Lee Miller in it, and it has the guy who played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo movies, the actual live-action movies. I'll see if anyone can get in the comments of me not giving away too much. The song was done by The Prodigy. That should be enough to give it away. It also had Angelina Jolie in the movie. And a swimming pool on the roof. That's all I'm saying, because that really is giving away too much of the movie. So you should be able to guess who it is already. And if you can't get it, I'm going to be a little bit upset, because it's a good movie. Classic. What? Oh, it's just a Stripe notification. That's fine. Nothing big. I actually got to post off an order on Monday now. And I got to finish this order for a Deviant, because I've got 50 bands sitting here. I've still got 3.5 to texture. And then I've got to sand them all and bend them all and get them out. I'm stumped. The movie Hackers. So the movie Hackers had Johnny Lee Miller and it had Angelina Jolie, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the one that played Shaggy in the new Scooby-Doo movie kind of thing. He was in it. Monday's a public holiday. Australia, yeah. Shoot, I forgot about that. I have to post it off on Tuesday. Women like kilts because they can always tell who the best man is. I think women just like kilts because it's something different. And it does draw out that curiosity in them because there's stories and stuff like that you say. But as I was saying to people, girls love a guy in a kilt, which is true, they do. And it does get girls come up and talk to you and stuff like that. But most of the people that come up to you and ask you what you got under your kilt, or come up and say, "Dude, I love your kilt," is guys. I've been at the pub, a girl's looking at me, and a guy comes over and he goes, "Oh, brother, I just wanted to say," he goes, "I fucking love your kilt, man." I'm like, "Thanks." He goes, "I hope you're wearing something under there. It's a bit cold." I'm like, "Actually, it's pretty warm. It's fine." Kilts can keep you warm and they can keep you cool. I have to see it. Oh, great. Have to see what? The movie Hackers? That's an old movie. Oh, my kilt. You've seen that. You've seen my other ones. There's actually on. I put up a photo on Lady Lock's Discord of me and the kilt this morning, so no one missed out. I was going out to the market because today's Burns Day, celebrating the poet, Scottish Day. So unfortunately, only 4 of us turned up in kilts. He was hoping for a lot more. So he was a little bit disappointed, but as soon as he saw me there, he's like, "James," I'm like, "Yeah, I told you I'd turn up." And he's like, "Great," and he goes, "Oh, it's expecting more people." I'm like, "Yeah, it's." We might convince more people to wear a kilt, and might convince more people to get into kilts. I mean, it can be a daily wear. If I could, I'd wear one every day, but I'm not allowed to wear one at work. Because it goes against the dress code. And stuff like that. Plus, I don't think I can get away with maintenance being up a ladder in a kilt. It might scare people. Someone probably got arrested for breaking the law. Breaking kilt law. No, you can't get arrested for it. It does kind of suck that I can't wear one to work and stuff like that. I mean, can you imagine up on the ladder doing maintenance and they're like, an elderly lady walks past and looks up the bloody kilt? I don't think that'd go down too well, unfortunately. Yeah, I wear one quite often, as much as I can. As I said, I haven't worn one in a year, just because I was with work. The start of the year, during summer last year, I was in a boot and on crutches, so I couldn't actually wear a kilt. I've been out bowling in a kilt. That was fun. Went out for dinner with a friend of mine, and we went bowling afterwards. And she's like, "Why do you have to turn up in a kilt?" I'm like, "Because I'm dressed up to go out for dinner." And I'm like, "It looks good." And bowling in a kilt was kind of fun. It looked, oh my god, it looks so sexy in the Irish Heritage tartan kilt that I'm wearing now. Sporran, the kilt hooes and flashes, and the red bowling shoes. It looked freaking horrible. No, I'm not going to paint my face blue. As I was saying, that movie did great kilts, and then that just made it look wrong. It wasn't even great kilts. It looks so funny. Being in bowling shoes and in a kilt. The style did not suit right. I want to get my son to wear a kilt, but he won't. I think he's young and he's still kind of at that point where he's scared that his friends will pick on him and stuff like that. When he's older, he'll probably get into it. My 2 girls, my youngest especially, wants me to buy her a kilt, which I probably will do, but I'd get a cheap acrylic one because I know if actually won't look after it. And spending a couple of $100 on a woolen kilt for her, and she's just going to grow out of it because she's growing quickly. So that kind of just ruins it in a way. But to get a kilt for her, I'll get it one day. Doug, hello from Boston. Hello from Australia. for some reason, as soon as I read Boston, then Dropkick Murphys shipping up to Boston popped into my head. Since we're talking about Irish stuff, because half Irish. But don't give up, man. But your boy will change his mind eventually. We'll see. We will see. It's the same. Like, what's scary is the kilt that I wore when I got married, which I should have worn when I got divorced, but it doesn't fit me anymore. Fits him perfectly. And that's what's scary. Like, I'm 6'2", and it was what fits him, and he's 14 perfectly. Was like fit me when I was 26. It's scary how skinny I was. Whereas now I'm like 100 kilo and fat. So I had to, 2 of my kilts I had to get bigger sizes for and stuff like that. So good thing these are adjustable. I think these at the moment I'm at is a 40, I think I'm wearing. Between a 38 and a 40 I can fit in. So yeah, having a bit size to me now. Geez, you look at old photos of me up on my Facebook and stuff like that. When I was like 21, 26, a toothpick was bigger than my arm. It was bad. So a shite load of food and a lot of working out. I'm actually starting to put on some size. Finally, I'm up to 100 kilo, which is the most I've ever weighed in my life, which does take a lot of food. I do eat a lot. And I do work out a lot. Joys of having a gym at home. Between that and working. Love your channel, love your work. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Today I'm not doing anything lock related. Today because it's Burns Day. With the stuff like that. So as I was saying at the start of this, I was out the farmers market in town. The guy who runs it wanted people to turn up in kilts and get a photo done. So yeah, the Ballarat Times will be in there with a write-up. I'm hoping she spelled my name correctly. She asked what my name was, full name, and how to spell it. So I spelled it out to her, and I'm hoping they actually print it right, because they normally stuff it up. Even when you explain to them 3 times how it's spelled, they still find a way to stuff it up. Yeah, joys of getting fat and you get older. My kids think I'm really old. I'm at the age where I'm young to the old people, but I'm old to the young people. I'm like in between. Which is really funny because people go to, how old are you? I'm like, biologically, physically, or mentally. Which ones you want? Because they're all different. I'm like, physically, I'm about 90. Mentally, 6. Maybe 7 being lenient. Those of you that know what my sense of humor is like. And I'm like, biologically, I'm 35. So all 3 are different. So yeah, it's funny if you say that. Yeah, I'm at that age where I'm in between. But no, we love the content that we bring out. We are working on new stuff at the moment. Working on at the moment I'm working on products because I've got orders coming out of my ears in a way. So I'm working on 100 of these. The Viking Slim Jim bands. So they used to take me an hour and a half each to make. I've got that time down to, you're getting old when you start making noises whenever you bend or when you drop something and you stand there for 10 minutes contemplating if you really need it or not. So each one of those used to take me an hour and a half to make. I've dropped that time down to just under an hour, really pushing it. So yeah, they do take a lot of work, and Deviant's put in another order of 100. So I've got 3.5 more to texture. Then I can sand them all, bend all that first lot of 50, polish them out, ship them off, and then get stuck straight into the second lot of 50 for the order of 100. I'll pick that up later. Yeah, James, that's what I'm like sometimes. We are also currently working on a new advertisement for the business. So we are in the process of making a new video that advertises our courses, our training for businesses. As you know, we're working on the process of getting our online coursing done, which I've got a lot of videos and a lot of content to do for that, which we will be running privately, and we also will be running it through KSEC as well, a version of our course, because we're not going to be doing the cyber stuff with KSEC as much because they already have cyber courses, and we're not going to do like basics of lock picking because they already have courses on that through KSEC. So we're going to add a course on there, but it's going to be different, focusing on the live stream we did about social engineering is going to be a big part of it, and stuff like that. So yeah, at the moment, Daryl and I are working on this advertisement, which we will put up here on YouTube. It'll be like a 3-minute video that is designed to attract businesses and organizations, with some information in there for them, and why they should contact us, why they should book us in to come in and teach their staff. Because as I was discussing on Pocket Woman's live stream last night when I joined in with her, security, when it comes to your personal security or your business, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's important. You can't go around thinking, oh, that'll never happen to me. Oh, nah, I'm a nobody. That'll never happen. As Daryl was saying, the first website he ever made, right, which made him get into cybersecurity afterwards, the first website that he ever made got hacked within 20 minutes of it being live. And that's like, no one knew about it. Just goes to show you, it can happen to anyone. As we were saying, your home router. Do you know if someone's got access to your home router? Because most people, they buy one and it says plug and play, so they plug it in. And they're like, all right, look at the bottom of it. Oh, yeah, there's my password. Okay, type in the password. Yep, I've got internet on my phone, I've got internet on the PlayStation, the laptop. Right, don't have to worry about it, it's done. But did you change the password to access your router? Because most of the time they leave it as admin and for the username and admin for the password. Now all of a sudden I can get access to your router and set it up as a botnet system. So then we can get multiple routers from all around the world and use them to DDoS attack government sites or whatever. And then, governments track back the IP address. And who does it fall back to? You, because it come from your router, your IP address. So, the whole thing of it's never going to happen to me, you never know. There's always that possibility. So security is not a luxury, and it's not something that should be taken bloody lightly. It is something that is serious and should be taken seriously. As we said in the live stream last night with P-Dubs. So someone, let's say you have a facility, someone cuts the padlock, gets in, opens the gates, gets in, takes, $2,000 worth of equipment, gets out quick because they know security guards do rounds. And as soon as the security guards see the gate's been open, bolt's been cut, they're going to notice it straight away. So they steal $1,000 worth, whatever, 2,000, they get out. You're out $2,000 of equipment. Or if these criminals are a little bit smarter, and this is what we say to people, they bypass the lock on the gate. They come in, they steal a couple of bits and pieces, they lock the gate on the way out. Or when they're in there, and then they bypass it again, get out. Then they come back in a week's time, do the same thing again, bypass the lock, go in, take stuff, bypass the lock, get out. Even if security guards do a round past the outside of the facility, and they shine a torch on, look at the padlock and show, yeah, it's locked, keep going. They're not going to go, oh, I better check inside because the gate's locked. You know, if it's cut, you've got a sign, you've got evidence of it. But if it's not, so over a period of time, they can steal a lot more because they can have routine access to it and make it look like they haven't been there. So, you know, you're losing stuff over time and you end up at a lot more out than what you would if they just cut the padlock off, went in, stole $2,000 worth of equipment and quickly got out because it shows that they've been in there. Just like a nightmare. Yeah, Kilt talking to that. So that's what. Well, so I'm just trying to explain. So that's what our advertisement. Let's round back. I'll do a Billy Connolly where I go right off topic, miles off, and then come back to pretty close to where I left it. So that's what the video, the advertisement's meant to be about. So once it gets done, once it gets out there for people to share around, share it with your business. The business you work for, if you have an organisation that you work for, share it with them, share it with your family, your friends, and stuff like that. So it's to get the information out there to advertise the in-person training that we do for businesses, because it's extremely educational for them. As we've said, we've trained military contractors, and a lot of them, even ones that are good with lockpicking, they know how lockpicking works, and they're pretty good. They can pick some. We take heaps of beginner locks for them to practice on and stuff, but we also take some higher security locks, and we've had them picking them and stuff like that. And then they've had to go bypassing, like, oh my god, I never realised actually how easy to bypass that lock was. That took no skill, and they're like, just looking at it, they're like, you can notice these things, and like it blows their minds, even though they've been pretty good with some stuff and they know about it. And a lot of them, you know, they're like, oh, I've seen it in movies. And they're like, okay, I never realized how easy it was. Or they're like, you know, oh, we say to them, you know, would you get through here? And they're like, oh, you know, come up with all this fancy, elaborate ways. And it's like, why don't you just plastic shim, open the door? And like, oh, geez. So even people that know about this stuff learn something new and look at things in a completely different way to what they used to. So yeah, our courses are fantastic. I'm not just saying that because, you know, it's doubt we run them, but the feedback that we get from the courses we do are always 9 and 10s out of 10. You know, after we do the course, after we do the training for them, a couple of days later, we send them an email with a survey and get the feedback back to see, you know, what we can improve on, what we can change, what they liked the most, what they didn't like, and stuff like that. So we can customize and adapt our training and always make it better, like add more to it, and remove stuff that's pointless that they don't find interesting or get any education out of. So yeah, once the ad comes out that we're working really, really bloody hard on to make it look professional, because we are professionals, even though I act like an idiot on some live streams. Yeah, we would really appreciate it if everyone just shared it out there as much as you can. As I said, I'm going to spam it over all over our social medias: Facebook, Instagram, probably Twitter, or X, as you call it now. I'm still on there, and stuff like that. So we're going to spam it around. You give a good, very serious talk. Well, it's not so much it's scary. It is, but it's reality. And it's reality that people want to be like a horse and put blinkers on so they can't see it. And stuff like that. And we know from experience, you know, we have real world experience in this stuff. We don't just talk it, we do it. And that's the thing, you know, like if we can't do it and if it's not able to be done, then we don't talk about it. It's scary. Reality is scary. Yes, I know. Every morning when I wake up and look in the mirror, I'm bloody petrified of what I see. It is scary. This is scary. That's why people think I'm a security guard. Even today, when I was stopped in the supermarket on the way home from the market, and the guy who's the security guard nods to me as I walk past. I've been watching him for a little bit, and he did not nod to anyone, didn't acknowledge anyone. And as soon as I walk towards him, walk past him, he nods to me, and I'm like, again. That is awesome, James. I'm actually really interested to see how the butterfly pick went. Is it, really? Trying to think, smooth operating as an actual butterfly knife thing. James Randolph, if those of you that don't know, find him on YouTube here. Give him some support. Fantastic and extremely knowledgeable guy. If I need information done about radio hacking and radios, James is the one I go to. He is absolutely phenomenal with his knowledge. Those of you that actually first version was sticking. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it's all about testing and testing. Make sure final product. Viking bands, the amount of testing they went through before we actually released them to make sure that they're a top quality product that people can rely on and use. But yeah, as I was saying, James Randolph. Those of you that know our store and know some of our products at dalp.com.au, the Randolph RF, the radio booster for the Flipper Zeros, is named after the guy that helped work on them, James Randolph. So yeah, give him some support. He actually is a part of our private Discord server, so he's one of the admins there. So we do share a lot of information, talk about a lot of stuff up on the private Discord server. So James put up the new projects he's working on with a 3D printer. Some really, really cool stuff, like we were just discussing a butterfly lockpick holder, and a mini toolbox pinning kit. So he comes up with some really, really cool stuff. And a lot of stuff we discuss in Discord server we don't bring up on YouTube for ethical and legal reasons. We don't want to put certain information out there. Like James and I we're chatting a little bit back about doing some talks on using the Flipper Zero for stuff with cars. Not really something you can put out there to the general public. So it would be a conversation that we would have on Discord server and a live chat. Depending on how we word it and what we do with it, we could put it up on YouTube. But there is private stuff that we discuss up in the private Discord server. So I don't like putting it out there for everyone, like we're not saying you have to come and join us. It's entirely up to you. Your choice. There's two ways you can access it. To keep to keep riffraff out. To keep out, like young kids that want to learn stuff for bad reasons, blah blah blah. It's a subscription based, so you can get it through our website dalp.com.au. You can purchase a subscription, or through the channel memberships on here on YouTube. So the second level gives you access to private Discord server. So yeah, great place for extra knowledge, discussions on topics that we don't cover on YouTube, and you can even get one-on-one stuff with us. And not to mention, once the course is up and running, and they'll be running through there, there'll be one-on-one time with us to be able to answer questions and stuff like that. So if you need help with stuff and you want to get some help, assistance with doubt, one-on-one kind of stuff, you can get that and contact us with the private Discord server to set that up and do it. And we're planning on doing a few roundtable discussions on there. So we'll get a few people to join in on a YouTube live where we do a roundtable discussion. Similar format to the live that we did about social engineering, but let's say, for example, it's Daryl, myself, and James. And we do a discussion on the Flipper Zero and have like a round table discussion kind of thing, where we answer questions and go over topics and stuff like that. So it's a great resource, the Discord server, and yeah, lots of cool stuff that gets put up on there. Which I noticed, saying that, we did drop down quite a few watches. But yeah, just if anyone's interested, it's an option for you. as I noticed something yesterday. You just might get a laugh out of this. So I got a really old. My other one broke. I got a really old Diortha watch. I charged it up because it had been sitting in a bag, and I completely forgot that I had it. One of those really old Diortha watches, and I charged it up, and I was going through, and I was looking at the SSIDs that I set in it ages ago. Because you can clone AP addresses and spam them out. So I made up some a long time ago and put them on here. So I've got undercover vehicle 1, undercover vehicle 2, undercover surveillance. Where is it? Undercover surveillance. Yeah, that was it. Mushu fork and pork. Young and dumb. Porn club. Hong Kong Chinese restaurant. An International Hackers Association. And then a hidden network. Yeah. That was bad. Do I use this? No. Just saying, I completely forgot I had this. I use the Diortha V3 connected to my laptop. I really need to practice more with the Flipper Zero and the Wi-Fi dev board for deauthentication attacks and stuff like that. I haven't really done a whole lot with it because I normally just use the Diortha in my laptop and stuff like that. But that's one I really want to dive into a bit more. Is the Flipper Zero with the Wi-Fi dev board. Because why not? It works, and it works great for hacking Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Another thing that's what's up in the Discord server is we put up lines of code or information like that people might be interested in. And we have some fun games. We did one, I think I put up on the Discord first. Pretty sure it was first up on Discord. And then I did a video on YouTube here about it. James Randolph got it. But I'm pretty sure I put it up on the Discord server first. Flipper with the ODB board is interesting now. Yeah, I've got to look at more boards and stuff like that for the Flipper at some stage. Rabbit Labs, I know, do a lot of good ones. It's just the conversion rate and postage to Australia makes it hard. But a fun game that I had up on the Discord server was for OSINT work, open source information gathering. And I took a photo of a street corner. And there's a very famous street corner not far from here. And I put up on Discord saying, does anyone know where it is? And James used OSINT to discover the location and got it. And then I did like a YouTube video talking about it and stuff like that because I thought people might find it interesting. So just out at Clunes, so just outside of Ballarat, not that far out, is a stretch of road. There's some old buildings and an old shed and stuff like that. And it had a very famous scene filmed out there from the Mad Max movies, the first Mad Max movie, where the bikers all turn up and take over and all that. On the main street. There's like a fountain and a shed in the background and stuff like that. There was a train station that was used as well, but that's further out, not around the corner like it made it look in the movie, but that was where it was done. So yeah, I took a photo, put it up on the Discord. Does anyone know where this is? And James used OSINT to determine the location and got it spot on. And stuff like that. So we do fun games like that. I want to plan on doing some more for OSINT stuff, probably after we do the live discussion on OSINT. So yeah, didn't find it because it was famous. I found it because the news story that was completely unrelated and one of the businesses there. Yeah, but I mean, it's still a famous location. But at that point in time, there was a big news story about that something happened in that area. So that's why it kind of was found easily. which I completely forgot about. I think it was to do with mushrooms, which I actually just bought some today. From the best mushroom farm here. I always buy them. They're really good mushrooms. So that's going to be with my dinner tonight. Any other topics, things people want me to cover while we're sitting here? It's only going to be a quick one. I'm going to wrap it up in about another 30 minutes because I've got to get some work done and stuff like that. It was originally just a discussion started off about kilts and why I'm wearing one. And yes, I do have my legs spread open at the moment. And no, you can't look up the kilt. It's just comfortable to sit. Yeah. Quickly, anyone in the chat, anything you want me to talk about, anything you want to quickly cover before I wrap it up. So as I said, this is only been a quick live one. Could be anything to do with security, with kilts, with lockpicking, with our courses, with our products, personal questions about me, what I like, what I don't like, how you can bribe me quite easily, certain things. I like long walks on the beach. No, not really. I hate the beach. Fishing's alright. Just don't like walking on the beach. Sand gets in everywhere. And it's not good. I don't want to kilt down the beach. That's alright. Except when the wind blows. But yeah, anyone quickly put them in the comments and we'll try and cover a couple of bits before we wrap it up. Could be anything that's in the shop here, what printers I use. What happened with my pick last night and Lady Lock's live stream. Do you ever play with the PIs? Oh, pies, as in Raspberry Pis. The only thing I've got that has a Raspberry Pi that I've played with is in my EDC bag, and that is my Punagotchi. So yeah, I do have some stuff with pies in them, but the one I've got is the Punagotchi, which I use to capture Wi-Fi handshakes, to crack passwords. I want to get another one because there's a new. Pretty sure it was James that brought it up in Discord. There's a new one. It was a Viking one, similar to like a Punagotchi's kind of build. And I want to build one of them. I think Talking Sasquatch did a video on it. And it looks really bloody cool. And what it does seems really bloody cool. Finding vulnerabilities in your network. But to get the Pi over here, the price of it is really expensive. The Viking one was on, Sasquatch's channel, yeah. I think you brought it up, might have shared it on the Discord server, James. So yeah, I want to get a couple of Raspberry Pis, but they are really expensive. And I want to, conversion rates, that's the biggest thing, the hardest thing. A lot of stuff is built, or not built, but, Raspberry Pi stuff made in China. A lot of stuff manufactured for hacking that is made and put together and stuff like that over in America. The conversion rate and postage makes it extremely expensive. Like $9 US works out to $15 Australian. And conversion rates at the moment, about that. And then, with postage as well. Someone wants to send me a message on Instagram. An audio call. Don't know who that is, but it can wait. I have a double McTickle with cheese. Yes, I forgot about that yesterday. With a blue cheese. That was a funny one. If I'm wanting to, like, yeah, someone like a Russian looking name, I think it is, trying to audio call me on Instagram. I don't know who it is. So I'm not answering it. They can wait. I never have anyone call me on there. So yeah, I want to get some Raspberry Pi stuff, but shipping and everything is a killer. So, so that was something someone said to me. It's like, oh, they're getting really cheap. I was talking to someone in America, something to do with a hacking device. Like, oh, it's only like $8, and then they're like, $2 shipping into here, and I'm like, looked at the same thing they sent me. I'm like, Australian conversion, and everything. I'm like, it's going to cost me cost them under $10. Well, it's going to cost me 40, 35, $40. I'm like, it's not worth it. It makes it hard. Don't forget the bacon, exactly. What was that other question? Anyone order the Apex set yet? I haven't. I've got that many pick sets coming out of my ears. I've got my EDC pick set, my Covert Companion with my EDC pick set, which has like 2 different pick sets in one. I've got my Tombstone over there, full of picks. I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick sets sitting over there. Got one which is going off the Daryl, so brand new multi-pick set. I've got 1, 2 out in my vehicle. I've got a jackknife in my vehicle. I've got 1, 2, 3 or 4 big pick sets in our training kit that we use for classes. So I've got pick sets coming out of my ears. The only thing I need to get some more ones for training because they do break. It's really, as much as you explain to them, you add tension and turn with a tension wrench, but a lot of them still try and twist the picks in the locks and bend them and they snap. Or in there, they're like this, banging up and down. I'm like, dude, you gotta break it. And we've lost a couple, which is understandable in classes. But I did break the Attila or the Tron yesterday during Lady Lock's live stream. And that's pick set I've had. I had that for years. So that was the first proper pick set I ever bought, was the Sparrows Monstrum Double XL. So far I've only broken 1, 2, 3, 4 picks out of that set. About 4 picks. Yep. And I had that not that long after I started the YouTube channel. So that pick set's been around, I think, since 2017, maybe really early 2018, and that was with daily use. Like, I use that pick set a lot. That's in my Tombstone, what I call the Tombstone that I built. So yeah, that was a lot of use, and it's lasted that amount of time. So I do like Sparrows picks for that reason. The only thing I don't really like about Sparrows picks, and I don't really like about multi-pick, don't get me wrong, they're great products. Use them all the time, highly recommend them. Fantastic. The only thing, when you're like me, they are a bit small. Law Lock Tools is a little bit longer, so I kind of like that. But just to show you what I'm on about. Don't knock shit everywhere. started saying sparrows quality is going down. Yeah, I haven't ordered any since for a long time, but I mean, this is from 2017. I've still got them. So they hold it up really well. The full set, $200 each individual, so it's 90 a piece. What's that from? $200. But I mean, don't get me wrong, sparrows are good, but they're very small. And when you got hands the size of mine, stick that up under my ring for a second. Like, it does make it challenging at times because I can't rest it comfortably in my hand with picking. A lot of times I pick like this, and it's sitting down inside my hand. So I don't get that feedback that a lot of people do. Whereas Law Lock Tools, this is the Nessie. So this one was actually made for me. They had a handle put on it. This is done by Tepeni. Are a little bit longer. So even when picking like that, it sits in there. So I get that feedback. Whereas the sparrows and even the multi-pick are the same. They are smaller, especially when you've got massive hands like me. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't really like. But these have been around since 2017. Pretty much daily use, and they're still holding up. I think I broke the bow guitar, the short hook, the Attila. I broke the Tron and the Lunatic. Yeah, and that's it out of that whole set. I've got 3 low lock tools. I'm yet to break one of them. 2 of them I put custom handles on myself. And I'm personally yet to break a bare bones lockpick set or lockpick. I've got a couple of theirs. So yeah, I'm yet to break one of them. And I have broken a couple of multi-picks. I have Raspberry Pi here. My son set it up with Octoprint, use it as print server. Okay, it's all about the Raspberry Pis. Yeah, next thing I really want to build, or if someone wants to build it for me and send it to me, that'd be awesome. Saves me a lot of work, and is one of the Viking network system analyzation tools, because that's cool. And because I mean, it's Viking. I mean, come on. Come on, Viking Slim Jim Band. I mean, how much more Viking stuff can I wear? I mean, I've got Viking blood, so. Pop them back. I got a Kilmaru pick, which is pretty cool. This is a really, really cool pick. This is a Kilmaru. I'll try and put on my shirt. So this is a rake that it a little bit of springiness to it. All handmade. You can adjust how much tension with the back piece just here. But this is a bloody cool pick. The length of it for me is awesome. If I had hooks like that long on all my lock picks, it'd be great. The only downside is it doesn't fit in a lock pick set, like in a case. Cases are too small for something that's this length. This would be absolutely bloody ideal for all of my picks. That length, fantastic. Black tuna. So you're discussing that. Okay. What's the discussion going on here? Here's another one that some of you might remember him. He hasn't been around in the box sport community for a very, very long time. He, with work and stuff like that, he faded away. And I was very lucky to receive this before he left. This is a pick with a really nice, thick, custom handle. A little skull pin in the back just here. Really, really comfortable. Like, it is thick. You don't get the cramp in your hand from picking with it. Absolutely fantastic. And this is a Jason Carlson pick. So yeah, Jason Carlson left the log sport community. His channel doesn't do content anymore, but that was one that I received from him before he left. Again, if I had picks that big, that would be bloody awesome. So I like big manufacturers. If you watch and listen to me, longer picks, good. For giants like me. Like, this is one I did. So I took a Lower Lock Tools high reach. And I actually did a video on the YouTube channel about it. So this is a deer antler handle. It's got some brass pins. High reach. Lower Lock Tools. And again, nice long pick. And the thing I kind of like about this one, I'm left-handed. And this has like a little curve that comes off to the right. So when it sits in my left hand, it actually nestles right in my knuckle joint just there, which wasn't by design at all. It was the way the antler was shaped. It sits in there perfectly. And, that is so comfortable to pick with. But, again, it's too big to fit in my EDC kit. So it sits out here. But, Lower Lock Tools, really, really nice steel. High quality steel. Yeah, it's a break one, and I've had a lot of use for this. And yeah, nice long handle. So that's kind of all the custom picks I've received. Here's another one I put a handle on. Another Lower Lock Tools. There's another handle I did. Not that nice. It's okay, but there's the bijou. And this one was actually sent to me. That was Leon's lock pad. Those of you that remember Leon, my brother over in the UK, this is like the first one he ever made, pick. So he sent it to me. Great guy. Great content when he used to put stuff out. Unfortunately, you can't these days. Sort of his hands and stuff like that. He does some RC stuff as well. But him and I both hit 1,000 subscribers at the same time. We both worked extremely hard, and yeah, we both hit it at the same time and celebrated. But yeah, we both hit 1,000 exact same time. So fix this up, make sure it's all lined up. Bobby Keys is a great guy. Geez, long time no see, JP. Yeah, Leon and I are good, close mates. And yeah, we were both like talking to each other, like, we're at 998, and we're like, 999. And then we both sent each other the message at the same time. It's like, check the channels. And it's like 1,000. And yeah, we both celebrated at the same time. It was absolutely fantastic. Such a great guy. He was a big part of the community. Absolutely fantastic bloke. Really is. But yeah, due to health stuff, he's kind of left. And it was the same with PW last night when we were chatting last night. My channel would be considered an old channel now. I mean, I've only been around since I started the channel back in 2017. I started lock picking well before that, Locksport, which now is a business and stuff like that. But just the Locksport aspect of it. I started a few years before I started the YouTube channel. My YouTube channel's been around since 2017, and a lot of channels have come and gone since then. Lots, and some great channels. The one who got me into Locksport, the one that actually got me into doing a YouTube channel, was Bosnian Bill. Bosnian Bill, when he was around, he was the one that inspired me into buying my first lockpick set and started picking locks. And I owe a lot to him. I mimicked him when I first started picking his style because it's what I saw before I created my own style, and it's now what you see. Doubt the business, physical entry specialists and cyber would not be around if it wasn't for Bosnian Bill. But he retired from it. You still have a couple of the really old channels from that time, like Lock Noob. I'm talking like mainstream V channels, so Lock Noob, Lockpicking Lawyer, Deviant, Olaf. Those guys are still big and still around. Ash Lock Noob, great guy, great content, love watching his stuff. He reviewed one of the Viking bands I sent him. He's done so much for the community, and it's great to see him still going. Chat to him every now and then. Great bloke. Lockpicking Lawyer, what he's accomplished is unbelievable. A great guy to look up to. Tumblr, yep, Tumblr. Wizwazzle. So it's there's quite a few that have been around, and then that are still here, and then there's some that are gone. Unfortunately, a lot of channels come and go. There's some of them that get really big numbers, and we actually did some tracking on their stuff, and turns out they're buying subscribers. Not mentioning names, but you can track down the information and find that they're actually purchasing subscribers to get themselves really big, and then disappear. And then you get other ones that are like burn all their bridges. It's like, I'll review. You send me all this stuff, I'll review it for you. If you send me stuff, I'll give it. I'll just give it a good review. And they start, giving positive reviews to stuff that is not good at all. That is absolutely shocking and terrible. And just burn heaps of bridges. Some channels pick up really big and take off really fast, and other ones are slow growing, like Daup. I mean, I've been around since 2017, and we're just under, at the time of this, we're just under 5,000 subscribers. So we are a tiny channel. I'm just going to check my battery and make sure 56%, that's all right. We're still small efficiency. But yeah. Reviewing stuff is time consuming if you're doing it right. Exactly. And I've always had the rule, and every time I review stuff, people say, "Oh, are you interested in reviewing my stuff?" I'm like, and I said the same thing when I used to review for Locksmith's Toolbox, when they used to send me stuff. And I have the same rule for everything, even my products that I sell. If I think it is shit, if it does not hold up to the expectations that I have, if it does not perform like you'd say it does, I'm going to say it is shit. I don't care if you send it to me for free. I'm not interested in being paid to give your stuff a positive review. No, I'm not being bribed like that. If you send me something, expect my honest opinion. I had a company send me a pick set. I did a review of it, and I said it was junk. It was horrible. It was terrible. Which it was. And they sent me an email going off at me because haven't posted in a while. I might start again. It'd be good to see you start posting again, JB. Honestly, it really would. So start doing it, mate. Get back into it. That's the great thing about it. You don't have to post all the time, and you don't have to do, heaps and heaps of stuff. You can post whenever you want. You can post whatever you want, as long as you don't violate terms and conditions and stuff. But yeah, this company then messaged me abusing me because I gave their product a shit review. And they're like, we're never sending you anything else. I'm like, well, your stuff is freaking bad anyway, so I don't want anything else. I'm like, I told you at the start. I don't care. You can try and slander me. I don't care. I am not putting my name, my brand, and my reputation on something if it is shit and if it's not going to stand up. If you say, okay, I've created this pick set, I've made this pick set, and I'm going to send it to you. You're going to send it to me, right? And you say, this is designed for beginners. Right? This is a beginner set. It is designed for beginner pickers, someone who's never picked a lock before. Okay, I'm going to put a lot of force on that pick set. I'm going to pick like a beginner does. I'm going to stick it in and, really force pins and add way too much tension. And I want to make sure that your pick doesn't just go and bend super easily, or, put in, go like that and snaps. I'm going to treat it like a beginner would, someone who's never picked a lock before. I even give it to my youngest and be like, try and pick this lock. Jeez. I'm going to test it to see if it stands up to a beginner's set. And if it doesn't, I'm going to say it doesn't. It's no good. If it does, fantastic. And it's a good quality set, I'll give it a good review. I said, I've reviewed beginner sets from Multipick. And as I say, yes, they're a great set. Multipick are fantastic. I use every day. I use Multipick set picks. Do love them, super high quality. But as I say, they're not really, in a way, designed for the amount of force that an absolute beginner who's just started picking would use. Like the shafts aren't quite wide enough. Not in thickness, not about in the width, because they put a lot of force down on them. So someone who's picked a few locks and still a beginner, but they're got the enough finesse where they're not bullying stuff, then yeah, it is a set. But for someone who's never picked a lock before, very first time, they're going to snap a multi-pick because they do have a much thinner profile in their shafts, which I like picking locks, and a lot of us advanced pickers like. Because then, yeah, we're not fighting with a big, thick, shaft. But for a beginner, that's what you need. So, yeah, I've always had that rule. And the products I have on the website, I test and test and test and test and test before I put them out there. Our Viking bands, one of our biggest sellers. I worked on one of these for it was months and months before I actually stocked them up on the website and put them up for sale. I literally sat there with one for weeks, bending it. I'm like, every day, sitting there watching TV and just bending, to see if it would start to snap, if it would, bust, before I would even put them up on the website. And then test them, making sure I can slip door latches. The first proper one I actually made, that wasn't just sitting there with a piece of metal working, this one right here. I've used it in all of our classes. I use it virtually every single day. It's been around for years, 3 or 4 years, something like that, maybe a little bit longer. And the only thing, and that's after daily use and the amount of abuse I've put it through, and even had students using it, is it's just starting to get a little tiny crack right on the edge just there. Still usable. I still use it. But, I use it a lot more than a normal person would, because, I use it for classes, I use it for lockouts, I use it at work and stuff like that. So I use mine all the time, daily use, whereas most people wouldn't be using it that much. So there's a big difference. But I put that through abuse before I even said, right, I'm happy with these, to stock them up on the website. Same as the bump keys that I cut and sell. I tested them, used them. over and over and over again to see how long they're held up for, and and what keys worked best. Once I settled on a brand of key that put up with the abuse and would stand up to it before I started selling them on the website. Pocket Woman actually just brought up in her live last night. She has an OG set, one of the original sets of bump keys that I started selling before I started the business, which literally had the letters DALP stamped into them, which now all of my keys have our logo stamped into them. But yeah, he has the original OG set. There's a couple of people that have them. But yeah, that was heaps of trial and error before I released them, like any good product. The stuff that I have, I put my name and my brand to, and to me that's a reputation. I don't want to go giving out crap. As soon as you get a bad rap, you're done. To the hobby beyond beyond picking locks. There are also people out here to help. Just don't let imposter syndrome get you down. True. I have bent many lockpicks, multi-picks and sparrows. So have I. Yeah, if you're new, Brandon, welcome to the community. It is a fantastic community to be a part of. As I've said in the past, I've been a member of a few communities over the years. I was in the pipe band, so part of that community. I used to play competition darts. I was actually the president of a dart league. And you can even see over on the shelf over here, I've got dart trophies sitting down here. Quite a few over there. And stuff like that from playing competition darts. And I was the president of a dart league. That all was a unanimous vote for me to come in, because I turned around and said at the meeting one day, I ripped shreds through everyone that was there. And I turned around and said, if you don't like the way things are fucking done, there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the fucking way out, because we won't friggin' miss you. And I got, like, 2 weeks later, I got unanimously voted in as president. Which was funny. And I brought in a heap of new rules and actual proper bylaws and everything, and had everything done, and a lot of people didn't like it. So I was part of that community. But I have to say, the lock sport community has been the best one I've been a part of. We've helped each other out. I remember we've had a few people in the community pass away. We've had some people in the community whose family members have passed away. So a lot of you might, some of you might remember Bronx Lockpicker. Angelo's someone I consider a friend. He is such a lovely man. Really lovely man. And he lost his daughter. So I spoke to a couple of people, and we decided to, a while back, and we did a live stream for it. We waited for Bronx and his wife to come on, and we set up a GoFundMe for him and raised some money to help with expenses and stuff like that. He still thanks me to this day. I was actually just talking to him like not even a week ago, and he's like, my wife and I still can't believe what you did for us, and we're so thankful. I'm like, you don't have to thank me. That's what this community is about. A lot of us in this community are all out here to help each other, and stuff like that. I run courses, I run classes, which we do charge for. But when people ask for some help and stuff like that, I give free lessons. Not, in our courses, I don't give that away. But, like, people need assistance with learning something. One of my proudest moments is teaching an American person how to pick an American lock. We don't have them here. I've got some that have been sent in over the years, I've picked, but we don't use them. So that was one of my proudest moments, is teaching an American how to pick an American lock. But I'm here to help. We give out free information here on our YouTube channel. An example was the live stream Daryl and I just did a 3.5-hour live stream on social engineering. We've got another one that's going to be coming out on OSINT. So as much as we're kind of diving away, and we've gone away from just lock picking and lock sport, because it's not what we do anymore. I still enjoy picking locks. I do it for work, but I'm not going to be doing videos of just picking locks, because our business has adapted. We've grown and changed from lock picking. It's still a big part of who we are, but you can look up how to pick a master lock and billions of videos pop up on there. Everyone's picked the same locks. It doesn't matter what channel it is. At the end of the day, I mean, all of us that are in the lock sport community that have YouTube channels that are done picking videos, all of us have picked a master lock, number 3. All of us have picked a 150 and a 140. All of us have picked an American lock. All of us have picked Brinks. We've all picked a Lockwood 334. There's heaps of videos around it. So we're trying to come out with something different, something new. And because we do both physical and cybersecurity, we are diving towards that more. Lock manufacturers make some cool new locks. Exactly. But this is one of the best communities to be a part of. We all help each other out when people go through tough times. I know I've gone through mentally tough times. And stuff like that. I mean, for a little bit, I was homeless. I'd been through a shitload of stuff. And this community's helped me out. They kept me going. They would touch it in, seeing how I was going. I had a guy send me... I had a guy email me, and he asked if I had a PayPal account. I'm like, no. And he goes, oh, can you set one up, please? I'm like, okay. He's like, I said, what for? And he goes, oh, just for a certain reason. I'll explain it to you afterwards once you set it up. I'm like, okay, this is a bit weird. Even I was a bit weirded out by it. I'm like, a bit sus, but we'll see. I need one for the business anyway, because some people don't like using certain things. So if they want to buy something privately, we use PayPal. So I set one up for the business anyway, and next minute I get a donation of, I think it was about $200 and something from him. I'm like, what's that for? I'm like, what do you want to purchase? And he goes, nothing. He goes, I just wanted to say thank you for the work you've done, how much you've helped the community out. And now that you need help, he goes, I wanted to give back. And I was absolutely blown away by it. Did not expect it. It was when I was off work, when I shattered my right ankle into little pieces and was non-weight bearing and was off work and had no holiday hours left, no sick pay left. Very, very dark time, very, very challenging time, both physically, mentally, and financially. I was lucky that we had some courses in, so I could just keep my head, my nose above the water. That was about it. But yeah, this shows you how good this community is. Someone reached out for no reason and helped, which was unbelievable. So yeah, it shows you that there are really nice people in this community. I mean, you get a bad egg every now and then. We've all known a bad egg. We all know a bad egg. I'm not just talking about James. But yeah, there's been some troublemakers in the community and stuff like that, but they don't hang around long. And we all block them out, and we all push them out, and we just focus on all the good stuff. And there's so many different walks of life in this community. I mean, from all different walks of life. There's people from all around the world, different countries. I've met people through this community in America, the UK, Germany. People have commented from Norway. Like all around the world. And everyone comes from different walks of life, everyone comes from different backgrounds, but it's great because we all have something in common and we all share stuff around. We all send locks to each other and share locks around. And um, those of us that create products and stuff like that, we send them out. I've sent out products that I've designed and made for free to people to test out, to get their feedback from. I don't ask for anything in return. I'm like, if you don't like it, say it. If you like it, say it. It's entirely up to you. I just want literally 100% honest feedback to know if the product's good or not. That's why I said to Lockney, I'm like, I'd like to send you one of my Viking bands. I said for free. I said I'd like you to review it. I'm like, and I literally just all I'm asking for is your honest opinion. As somebody who has designed so many freaking cool products, so many useful products like this gut wrench. Gut wrench, freaking awesome. Why it sits over in my rekeying section. Someone who's designed that, pit designs, pin designs, to get his feedback on a product. To see his, thoughts of it was bloody great. And the fact that he liked it even meant even more. Not just aesthetically, like the look of it and stuff like that, but we were talking about videos last night on PW's live about how some get heaps of views that you don't expect them to, and then others that you go, oh, this is going to get lots of views, gets like next to none. You can't predict it. And yeah, I mean, some of my videos have got so many views, but I'm still like under 5K in subscribers. I don't buy subscribers. I don't tell people, if you subscribe, I'll send you free stuff. No, I'm not like that. People want to subscribe, they subscribe. If they don't want to subscribe, they don't have to. So we say that our private Discord server, if you want access to that, you can subscribe through the website or through the channel memberships. Get a subscription to it, but you don't have to. You don't have to join channel members. I put it out there just in case people want, some behind the scenes and some extra little perks. I've got 2 channel members. One of them being Pat, who paid us $179 to drink on a live stream, and that was a lot of alcohol consumed. I drank a lot. I was absolutely pissed as a fart by the end of the live stream. And Pat rang us up and was going over a video voice call while we were in the middle of the live stream, and we're drunk as shit, and went through like a pint of Guinness, 6 Jameson and dries, and then like a 4-litre barrel of bourbon. We drank a lot, so that was a lot of drinking. So yeah, this community is absolutely great, and stuff like that. And yeah, as I said, like if you want to be part of it, we welcome you. The more people, the better. You can do that. So getting locks, when you first start out, getting locks is kind of hard, especially if you don't have a whole lot of money and you don't want to go out there buying heaps of locks. Some locksmiths will allow you to take old locks and stuff like that. Other ones won't, because they're like, what do you want? No, you can't do lockpicking, it's illegal, and stuff like that. So there's some of them that are kind of fixed in that. I probably lost money on that video. Give me 6 minutes. I don't have expensive tastes. Actually, I do. When it comes to alcohol, yeah. Drop down for a second. Some locksmiths will, some locksmiths won't. It depends. But it doesn't hurt in trying. There's some people that do up boxes and send them out to people. SE Lock and Key, I've known they've sent me stuff from America, heaps of locks that they've rescued and stuff like that. So there are, just ask around the community. Join some of the Discord servers. There's a couple of Discord servers out there. Lockpickers United. There's the Extraordinary League of Pickers, which is kind of like a ghost town these days. And Picking Time and stuff like that. So there's a few Discord servers out there, and you just join them. And then just, say you're new to the hobby and you're just after some locks. You want some help out to some locks to pick. People are happy to send you some. Sometimes they just say, do you want to pay for postage? As long as you give back. It's a give and take community. There are some that, it's like, give me. And they don't give back. And stuff like that. So, yeah, there's been people that, purchased stuff really, really, really cheap, and then it's like, I'm going to sell it to other people and put like so much more on top of it. As long as you're a nice person in the community, you give and you get. People are happy and willing to help out. Locksmiths are starting to be open to lock sport. So Daryl and I have had some funny interactions. We've had locksmiths on repo jobs that Daryl's got in. Turn around these like, I left the tool in the vehicle. I got it, and Daryl's like, what about this one? And he opens up his set and gives him. He goes, what are you doing with that? It's illegal. You're not allowed to have lockpicks like that. Daryl's like, do you know the laws? You can. He goes, no, the locksmith's like, no, you're not allowed to have that. It's illegal. You shouldn't be having tools like that. And Daryl's like, really? And then we've got other locksmiths that Daryl's showing them tools and stuff like that. And they're like, where'd you get that from? He goes, from the business I work. He's like, Doubt, doubt.com.au, you can purchase our stuff off there. So you get a mixed bag when it comes to that. But we've had locksmiths turn around and they're like, I have lockpicks, and it's like, dude, do you know who I am? Do you know what I do? Do you know the laws when it comes to lockpicks? Someone like me, I can legally carry them because it's a part of my job. It's for work. If you're not in my line of work, then you can still own lockpicks and you can still do lock sport, but you can't go breaking the law. You can get a karate belt. Yep, belt system is a good way to learn what locks to progress onto. We were discussing that yesterday. Locksmiths, some of them are starting to open up to it. Some of them I've had like CFA guys, and they're like, I'm like, what key do you use for the elevators? Like, this one. I'm like, you mean this one in? Like, how the hell did you get that? I'm like, you can buy them, yeah. It's like, you can purchase them. You can purchase them off my website as well. I said, but I'm cheaper. And stuff like that. And it's like, thanks for confirming. Like, how do you get into there? And stuff like that. You get some that have kind of get weirded out. I've even taught some locksmiths tricks that they had no idea. One of the key lock boxes, I actually taught him how to decode it extremely fast. Because he's like, I said, have a go at decoding this. And he's got a decoder. He's grabbed the decoder out of his pick kit and he's. There's no gates. I'm like, no. I said, it's shielded. You can't feel the gates. And he goes, well, you can't decode it then. He goes, go through each number. I said, no, I'll show you. I went like that. Other side. A couple of seconds, had it open. You're like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, right. Take a broken key extractor. I'm like, there's actually a video here up on YouTube on our channel about it. Take a broken key extractor, put it in through the top slit there, pull up as hard as you can. Pull up as much force as you can on that swing arm. I'm like, and it's going to push right up against those wheels and bind. And it's going to get really hard to push those wheels. And as soon as you get in the right spot, it just gives. I said, it literally gives. And it's like, you can feel a major difference. So he had a go at it, and he's like, holy crap. He goes, I had no idea about that. He goes, and I've had a few of these lockouts jobs. He goes, normally we just break them. He's like, thanks for that. I'm like, you're welcome. So yeah, I've taught locksmiths a couple of new things, and stuff like that. So it's but get into this community. Honestly, it is great. Most people in the chat here help people out. Are great members of the community. JP, James Randolph, GT Man. As long as he's not doing memes, doubt memes. Sushi is a great one. Hey, buddy. I'm trying to see who else is in the chat here. At the moment, it's just the same people keep talking. Same people keep talking at the moment. That's right. So yeah, and as James was saying earlier, there's lots of different aspects you can go into. So it's not just about lock picking and lock sport. Yes, picking locks is great, but there's all different aspects. You can, once you start getting into it, one that kind of I got bitten by the bug for, even though I only made a limited amount and put them out there, you can start making your own challenge locks and send them off to people, getting them to pick the lock. Trying to make it a really hard challenge for them to pick the lock. For yourself, you can get into making your own picks. You can buy pick blanks and produce your own picks and make your own handles. You can try and make your own pin designs. One that really picked up for a lot of us was, some of them call them the rattlesnake pins. I always just called it the floating wafer pin. But it's a pin that has like wafers in the middle that move up and down. You can get into designing a product that hasn't been seen. So there's lots of different aspects that you can get into. 3D printing and design for that. So it's not just about lockpicking. There's so many aspects to this sport and to this hobby. And depending on how far you take it, you can end up like me. Start off as just a hobby, as a lock sporter and lock picking, and then after a couple of years you end up as a business that, well, you just start selling a couple of keys because you purchase a key machine. So then you start selling a couple of keys, and then you end up turning it into a business that does physical security stuff, courses, training, presentations, pen testing, cybersecurity stuff, product development, product sales. You turn it into a business. Hobby into a business, and I love doing this. This is what I want to do full time. This is my dream job. Only because I love telling people when they go, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, "I'm a criminal." And they're like, "What?" I'm a criminal. Quite literally. Quite literally, I am a criminal, but legally. I have to put that distinction at the end. Legally, I'm a criminal. What do you mean? I get paid to think and act like a criminal does, but I can do it legally. So yeah, great sport to get into. So highly recommend it. As everyone else in the comments says, create a belt on Discord and Reddit. The system will help you be a good picker and a good community member. Exactly. So the belt system is a great way to see what skill of lock to go on to next. There's certain ways you should learn, and we teach people to learn the correct way. Don't do it the way I learned. So I learned the wrong way. It was bad. I should have started off with the practice locks and then moved on and progressed in the natural picking progression. So with standard pins, then move on to spools, then move on to serrated, then move on to serrated spools, then move on to T-pins and all that. And move up in lock skill, like the level of security. So you go from like a master lock number 3, which is the first lock most people pick, Then you move on to like a 140, 150 because it's got spools. Then you might move on to like an American lock. And then you move up. And you might move on to like, at a much later stage, bilocks, your acid twins, the Miwas, and stuff like that. You move up in the higher security locks. I didn't. And if I had have learnt the correct way, my picking would be a lot more advanced to what it is now. I did pick a bilock on Laidlock's live stream yesterday. But my picking would be much more advanced. But I started off and I just picked anything and everything I get my hands on. So I didn't learn the correct way. I didn't actually know there was a correct way to learn. I just thought, oh, you pick. And the very first lock I picked, I've still got it. It's a padlock. It's a Federal Super, the A520C. 6 pins, all standard. Didn't have a key. My old man brought it around because I just got my first pick set. And he's like, I got a padlock for you. Like, oh, okay, cool. He just locks it up. Threw it at me. He goes, pick it. Didn't really know what I was doing. Exactly. I'm like, oh, I kind of know what I'm doing. And it took me about 6-7 minutes. And I got it. The shackle popped open. I'm like, oh yeah, this is freaking cool. Fuck. And that was it. That started me off. And then I just started picking anything and everything. I didn't know there was a correct method to learn. I didn't know there's a natural progression that you follow. So if I had done that, I would be picking a lot more advanced locks than what I can. As I was saying in the live stream, on Laidlock's live stream, you know, she's picking black belt locks with ease and she's picking really high security locks. And I'm like, I never got around to that because even still to this day, if I come across a bilock in the field, I won't pick it. I bypass it. 99% of the time, I'm bypassing for lockouts or jobs. You know, when I've got to get in. If I am picking, it's electric pick gun, like the multi-pick Chronos. If that doesn't work, then at least you pick. But other than that, I'm quite literally bypassing. Underdoor tool, micro shim, stuff like that. The J tool, latch slipping, you know, with Traveler's Hook or Slim Jim. That is how I gain access in. I'm not picking those locks. My pickings, I still practice, still do quite a bit of picking, but I'm not picking American locks, and I'm not picking Brinks, and I'm not picking all these fancy locks from around the world. I'm picking literally my practice to keep my skill level up on them is Gainsboroughs and Lockwoods, because that's what I come across. And some Yales, because that's what I come across out in the wild. So I need to be consistent at being able to pick like, say, a Gainsborough on the front door for a residential lockout. I need to be able to do that quickly to get them in. You know, they're not going to spend or want to spend a lot of money on me doing a residential lockout and taking 20, 30 minutes to open up their front door for them. You know, they're expecting you to get in like that. So the methods I use are rapid entry methods. So yeah, my picking style's changed. That's also why I don't do a lot of picking on videos anymore. I think the last lock, other than the bilock I picked yesterday in the live stream, the last lock I picked was a pack lock with my logo on it, and picked and gutted it. And to show you, I did actually pick the bilock. Those of you that would have seen the live would have seen it, but still got it sitting up here. This one doesn't have a key, but as you can see, it is open. So that one I've never been actually able to get on video, so I might have to do that. So yeah, if you're still around, Brandon, join the community. Have a go at stuff. Design stuff. Reach out. Speak to us. Yeah. No, I didn't lose money on that, given my expensive tastes. My taste isn't that expensive. I just have good taste when it comes to scotch. As I say to people, if you want to bribe me, I do like Lagavulin 16-year-old, the exact same scotch that Lockpick and Lawyer likes. So that means he must have expensive taste than James. Guinness, it's a good way. Gin is another good way. That's my three. Guinness, gin, scotch. Oh. And Baileys. But I don't really drink Baileys much anymore. Or colognes. I have been collecting colognes lately. So yeah, that's my limit anyway. So yeah, if you want to bribe me, that's the best way to do it. And yeah, if you do want to send stuff in for me to review or me to have a play with, even if it's a lock you want me to try and pick for you. I don't really pick challenge locks. I don't pick challenge locks anymore, but yeah, you can always reach out if you want to send stuff in. I always try and send stuff back. Great way to keep up to date with what we're working on and stuff like that, as I was saying earlier, is our Discord server, private Discord server. We put up products before they even get released on there. So if we come out with a new product, we have it up on the private Discord server. We mention it in the new product releases on there. So that if you do want to get one, you can literally put your hand in first and purchase one privately before they get released onto the website. So you get in like first in, first serve. And yeah, if you want to help support the business, again, there's the channel memberships. You can donate through the PayPal and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't force you to. We don't tell you have to. Or super chats and stuff like that is a good one. But I do plan on doing some more vertical lives like this. James doesn't like them. And I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of them either, really. But they get a lot of viewers in. And we're trying to get over 5K subscribers. So once we hit over 5K, we will be doing a giveaway. I did discuss about giving Daryl away. Then he said about giving me away. And I was like, you never know. Might sell my body. Not really. No one will buy this. It's damaged goods. You could win a date with me in a kilt. No. James might take me up on that one. But no, once we hit over 5K, we'll do an awesome bloody giveaway for that. Stuff. So James isn't responding. He might be asleep. I was waiting for a response from him. So those of you that are still watching at the moment, quickly before I wrap this one up, what have you been working on? Put it out to you. What's new? What are you working on? So I'm going to quickly... What notifications am I getting? Still have no idea who wants to send me a message and voice call me. Strange. If you do want to get in contact with me, for those of you that are interested, you can contact us through our website, theup.com.au. You can email us at darkartslockpicking@gmail.com. How else is it? You can contact me through any of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X. We're on them. The WhatsApp business, we're on there. Or you can contact me at 0448 766 00. That's our business phone number. So if you have any questions or want to chat, if you're here in Australia and you're down here in Victoria, Central Victoria, and you want to meet up and stuff like that, we're always happy to meet up with people. And that's another great thing that I didn't mention about this community, is there are Locksport meetups. So there's a few that get together in Melbourne, meet at a pub, have a nice meal, have a few drinks. Everyone brings in locks, bring in your lock picks and your little hobby vices, or in your hands, and we sit there and pick locks, exchange locks, and teach people new techniques we've learned and stuff like that. It is fantastic. Absolutely love live meetups. I went to one, been to one down in Melbourne, had an absolute ball, got a parking ticket. Cost me quite a bit. Still a great time. Absolutely loved it. Met up HV Logic. Those of you who know HV Logic here in Australia. Met up with him and a few other people. It was an absolute blast. Really, really enjoyed it, other than the parking ticket. And a day down in Melbourne's always fun. But yeah, lock sport meetups are great. Another one that doesn't get mentioned much anymore, you don't really hear a whole lot of. I'm not a member of it myself, but Tool, 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 is the open organisation of lockpickers. They're a member. They're a group you can become a member of, and stuff like that of Tool. They have meetups and things like that. And don't forget, you get the awesome, especially over in America, you get the awesome conventions that we don't get here. We get B-sides, which I really want to go to one in Melbourne. We had OzSecCon, which isn't getting done at the moment. But in America, you get DEF CON, and you've got the ShmooCon that I think it was that David was just finished, and yeah, all these little hacker conventions and stuff. It's got stuff to do with lockpicking as well, which is fantastic. You can go to them. I wish we had more here. Really did. But yeah, I know PW's was at the B-sides in Adelaide. I'm hoping we have one in Melbourne, and I can head down to that if I'm not working, to meet up with people and check it out, because it'll be bloody awesome and a good way to network, especially with the business. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up. But as I was saying, if you want to get in contact with us, contact us. If you are interested in any of our training or courses, hit us up, let us know, or even our presentations. Don't have to do a course, just book us in for a presentation. We come in and talk to you about weaknesses in physical and cyber security and how to defend against them. A lot of really educational information and stuff that, you know, is extremely practical to put in place to help better protect yourself, your business, and your assets. So, and of course, trusted by government agencies. So yeah, hit us up. As always, remember, hashtag it, keep it bloody legal. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, I better get my butt moving and get some work done rather than sitting around all day. So, till next time, cheers, guys.